Virgo, welcome to your reading. In this session, we're going to see what messages come up for you for your card revelations. And keep in mind that this is a general reading, Virgo, my earth sign. And there is no reason why you should force any channel messages. It's uncalled for. You could be another zodiac sign and you have Virgo placements and you may resonate with this session. It is possible for a zodiac sign to not have any placements and not be dealing with a Virgo, and you realize that you're in Virgo's energy. Yes, that can happen. Does it happen often? I don't have the answer to that, but I will find out the answer. And when I find out the answer, I will let the collective and you know. And you're part of the collective, Virgo. All inquiries, email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com. Also, just a reminder, we do have the SGL Tarot Podcast. There you will find your individual zodiac sign readings as well as your collective readings, Virgo. Let's see. I will pull several spreads for you. I don't have a direct message. I will let you know, though, Virgo, for the collective. Right now, the collective, the assignment is to identify your maturity level. And once you identify that maturity level, you want to work on that maturity level so that you can grow. And you'll be able to take the necessary steps that you need at this time or in the near future. All right. And I will my goal is to do a collective reading in regards to maturity. And I guess you can have a pre-opener for you, Virgo. Okay. Maturity refers to the state of being fully developed or grown, encompassing physical, emotional, and psychological aspects. Virgo. 3 tips for you. Okay. Be patient and kind to yourself. And this is in regards to maturity. Because developing a focused maturity takes time and effort. So just understand that, there is no race when it comes to focused maturity. Okay. We're going to continue to focus on progress, not perfection. And we will celebrate the small wins and how you can be successful with your maturity level or levels, Virgo, is that you want to set goals that are realistic. All right. Not goals that you know that will cause more complications, and it's a challenge that it defeats you every time. Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition as an intuitive reader. Allow this reading for Virgo to bring clarity, confirmation, and understanding. Thank you. If you are new, welcome. Make sure you subscribe so that you can be a part of this success and growth of the channel. If you are returning, welcome back. May you find the clarity, confirmation, and understanding that you seek or need. All right. Where are these 2 cards? And then we'll put them back. You have sexual chemistry and release the desire. Oh, it's coming in reverse now. You're not in control. You're not in control of your sexual desire. It's out of control, Virgo, and you need to tame it. If you're saying, no, I'm not sexually active, well, you need to get it under control when it comes to masturbation. It's out of control. And you're going to make it more complicated for when you are ready to have a human being experience with another person. Okay, a sexual encounter with a person, it's going to be very complicated for that person, because there's nothing wrong with self-pleasure, but there is this thing of overly doing it, right? Your mind is going to want to get off the way that you sexually please yourself and the expectations that you have when you do experience a contact sexual experience with someone. Okay. um it may become a challenge. Okay, it's something you just need to know. All right, what messages? Because some of you are in denial. Some of you are like, oh, I'm virgins. You're not a virgin. You masturbate. You have a full-blown relationship with yourself. uh Karmic relationship here is coming through. Okay, what is the direct message about this karmic relationship? Whoever, if someone yawns on you, a Virgo, why are you wasting your time communicating with them? Your direct message, Virgo, you have known each other before and you will know each other again. Whether you were brothers, lovers, friends, or enemies in the past, life, the cycle repeats and you return to each other over and over again. Who you will be to another one in this life is yet to be seen. Just know you are fated to meet. Hmm. I just give it a moment. I will give it a moment, because it feels like the imagery is speaking for itself. I'm seeing that whoever this is, it's like you belong together, but it's just not going to mesh. You'll have moments, but the moments are between the two of you. They're casualties, casual moments. And that's why I'm being guided to leave it there, because some things don't need to be rushed. And this could be a situation, Virgo, where a karmic connection turns into a divine connection. So that's why I'm being guided to leave it there. A casualties of a casual karmic connection here. For those of you who are saying, SGL, no, I'm single. Guess what? You're getting ready. You get ready for it to be approached. And have no restraints. There's no need to have any restraints on a connection that's foreign, right? So it's casual. Hi, how are you? Okay. You keep going, right? Clarify, top of the deck, boundaries. This is a karmic connection that's going to turn into a divine counterpart. If you Virgo, are not in control. Don't control the mind, don't control a person, don't control the environment, don't control the scene. Just let it be. Be yourself. Have your negotiables and your non-negotiables, your boundaries here. Okay? Allow the person to be them and you allow yourself to be you. How you'll know it's not turning into a divine counterpart is because it's one-sided. And you'll also be able to see the flaws in yourself through this person, which you'll become disinterested. When you know that it's transferring into a divine connection, it flows. And it's not the flow that they studied you. It's going to flow. Okay. And it's no butterflies, because butterflies is a signal of trauma. Okay. There is no butterflies. Let's move on. All right. Give me some self awareness messages for Virgo. What messages do you have for my Earth sign, Virgo, please? What messages do you have for Virgo? All right. Self-awareness. Concept was coming out for you. It was very clear. The question is at hand. Thank you. Do you prefer loyalty or respect? This is not a trick question, Virgo, when it comes to the concept of you, people, places, or things. Do you prefer loyalty or respect? You can choose both. If you're choosing both, do you demonstrate that to self? And as this is not to back you against the wall here, you have a clean slate here. But where do you start with the clean slate? You're going to start with your maturity. What level of maturity are you at? And build from there. Okay. Word of advice. Word of advice, please. Perseveration. Everything that's supposed to happen will. Perseverance will happen. Perseverance means you are willingly, openly. It flows. Okay. Treat yourself how you want to be treated and go from there. Okay. Also, when it comes to maturity, what is it that my Virgo is refusing to see when it comes to personal growth? I do see the lack of direction, but eventually you'll get it when it comes to self-awareness. But let's take a look at what you're refusing to see, Virgo. What is it that my Virgo is refusing to see when it comes to personal growth? Oh, that firework was loud. Did you hear that? Trauma. Okay. And when it comes to, there's different types of trauma, but what I want to share with you is if you're trying to explain to someone that the reason why you can't show up for them the way that they want you to, it's not that you're immature, it's just your traumas impacted your maturity. And it feels like you have to start all over again. And when it comes to trauma, when it impacts your maturity, your healing, and and the way you need to recover, Virgo, you have to have supportive relationships. Okay. And you're going to have an outlet, whether that's a journal, a recorder, or, a human being. It's up to you. All right. And you're going to need some coping strategies as well. Okay. To promote your emotional regulations and resilience, that self-care. All right. Now, I don't want you to misconstrue self-care with maintenance. Maintenance means you're going to be spending money. Self-care doesn't cost anything to practice self-care. So I need you to understand the difference. When it comes to trauma, your scars are the proof of resilience and survival. Okay. And it just feels like it's time to discard all of those broken pieces, and just out of all of that time, and then after you discard all of those broken pieces, show up as a new version of you. And that's where you're going to decide, where is your level of maturity? Have you grown from what you discarded? It's more so of a metaphor of getting rid of the old version of you and waking up to a new version of you. And no one's forcing you to just take off, and with no presence of character, lack of direction. All right. When it comes to pain, what is the word of advice? Yeah, I'm hearing make me over again. When it comes to pain, what you don't see is guilty. Right? Everything's always your fault. You can't. Things that are out of your control is not your fault, but you're used to taking the blame, Virgo. Unfortunately, moving forward in your new version of you, one of your non-negotiables is you do not take accountability over someone else's pain that they're trying to project onto you. Okay. What is the word of advice when it comes to the outcome? No, healing. What is the word of advice for healing the trauma? What is the word of advice for Virgo for healing the trauma? Nothing's wanting to come out. What is the advice for the healing trauma? Something flipped over, Virgo. Doubt. Mm. Virgo, in the past, it wasn't in your control to mess things up, are always messing things up. I feel like I'm talking to a Virgo. It's kind of like, say this deck is right here, and your intention, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna pick up this deck, but you pick it up and your intention was not to mess up the deck when you picked it up. It was out of your control. And it just feels like, Virgo, every time you attempt to do something right, it gets messed up, and you can't explain why that happens. Or you're getting rid of that. You're discarding that version of you. Okay. So when it comes to doubt, okay, in the healing department, you need to release the need to know all the answers. You're overthinking, you're overly doing it, you're overly exerting yourself. Okay. So it's kind of like you've programmed your mind to mess up. So your mind's like, oh, don't do it right. You're gonna mess up. What is the word of advice for Zephyr? I mean, for a Virgo's empathy connected to this trauma? What is the word of advice for the empathy regards this trauma? Three of Swords energy, loneliness. You're not the only one in the collective that's going through this discard, Virgo. Okay. This is a time where you are in control to change the dynamic, your story, and the version of you. All right. The bottom of the deck, your reward is abundance. Putting in the work is abundance. All right. It's a good way to start anew, Virgo. Hopefully it doesn't sound like I'm just talking to make something sound good, because I'm not. All right. How long is Virgo going to be stressed or have anxiety? Tell me about that. Compromise in the near future. All right. When you stop with the self-judgment, okay, you're going to be good. And there's the reward again. Forgiveness is needed as well. All right. When you adapt to what it is you can't control that causes your stressors and your anxiety, that triggers your anxiety, you'll be able to progress in the near future, but the reward is abundance. So try to keep yourself busy when it comes to things of your liking. All right, forgive yourself if you can't do something right the first time. It's okay. What didn't you do right? So how do you do it better? How do you improve from the first time? So there's a lot of practice that needs to take place. So just stop rushing stuff. That's the overall message. Stop rushing things, people, places, or things. Stop rushing you. It- Take your time of learning yourself and getting to know yourself. Because a lot of Virgos say, "Yeah, I know myself," and it's like, no, you don't. I am message for Virgo. I want you to successfully heal and recover. And if you feel like you don't have any healing to do and you feel like you're recovered, then I appreciate you showing up. This message is not for you. One step at a time. I love this. I love this. And the first step is you, Virgo. The first step is seeking that support and that guidance. All right. You showing up. But the overall first step is self-awareness. That step, I just want you to understand that you can't take the next step by yourself. You can't. Connection needs to take place for you to be able to take that step. All right. You need to identify your strengths and your weaknesses. And once you do that, you'll be able to understand your emotions. Okay. And that will position you to reflect on your values and your goals. That's why I don't want you to rush self. You're important, whether you want to be or not. Okay. Your importance doesn't have to be in the open. I'm talking about self, you, Virgo, earth sign. Because when it comes to one step, okay, how wide the step is, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Some of you have to stay on the ground. Some of you can't elevate. Okay. It says, I see the mountain ahead and dedicate myself to taking one small step at a time. I make progress by staying focused on the present moment, the current task. Thus, I regain my ease of living. So, adapting to the things that you cannot change will be the best suit for you. And you're going to be able to see what to modify, what to remove, and what to add on to you when it comes to identifying your strengths and weaknesses. All right. Okay. What other messages do you have for my Virgo? All right. When it comes to strengths and weaknesses, I want to take a look at that. Is that okay with you, Virgo? I hope so, because I'm here to serve you. All right. I want to know Virgo's strengths and weaknesses. Let me kind of help you out here. Can you let Virgo know what their strengths are? We'll pull three. No, we'll pull three. Let's get the bad out the way. What are the weaknesses? And then let's look at the strengths. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get the bad out the way. And a weaknesses is, I don't want to say bad. Let's get the motivators out of the way. That will help you with that fire energy. What are Virgo's weaknesses? Oh, what you don't see, caring and connections, people, are a person, uh, door to personal healing and happiness. The fact that you doubt that you can't fully complete a full cycle of dedication of working on yourself. Give me one more. And anxiety, overthinking. Okay. Overthinking. Let me give you a clear, broader Anxiety is being anxious, walking on eggshells sometimes, feeling like you never could get it right. Anxiety is feeling of worry, nervousness, and unease, typically about an intimate event or something with an uncertain outcome. Okay. Oh, let's see. When it comes to normal anxiety, everyone experiences anxiety from time to time. It's a normal response to stress, like feeling nervous before a test or a big presentation. So that anxiety is what interferes with the hiccups and the mess ups. It's not a you problem. It's just you have to reset your brain, okay? Your mind, okay? Um what are Virgo's strengths, please? Your strengths, the thinking woman, is that you're analytical and logical. Some people may say that you're a know-it-all. You know what, Virgo? You may need to go listen to your next 72 that was released on the SGL Tarot Podcast today at 6:30. There's some gems in there for you. Okay. You're unapproachable, but that's your protection mechanism, Virgo. You have fifth chakra archangel Gabriel. You're an angel in disguise, yet you also have an angel of protection too. That's one of your strengths, is the fact that you have a zeal over you, Virgo, and you have door to romance. So you're good in bed, or you know how to you what do they call those people? Um, I don't know what they call them, but basically you know how to take care of people other than yourself. Okay. Um, you are a Casanova, or you are a lady's thrill, or you are a man's thrill. Like, you know how to. It's a lot of Leo's energy where you can. The experience with you, Virgo, you open up the door to where people are able to elevate and see sides of themselves that they didn't know that they could explore. Okay. So your strengths is that you're analytical, your logic, and you're very a lot of masculine energy. Okay, emperor energy here. Um, the fact that your guardian angels, Archangels, is definitely protecting you. You must have a lot of Libra in your energy in your chart. Yeah, suave, something in that nature. But your weaknesses that you need to work on is people pleasing and making yourself so available, daydreaming and not making anything, walking on eggshells, being anxious, and in stress. Limiting that too. Okay. Give me a direct message for Virgo, please. Give me a direct message for Virgo. I really enjoy these energy cards. Don't you? Give me a direct message for Virgo. Your direct your your direct message is yin and yang, okay? Balancing your shadow and your light. Let's go ahead and see what this is all about, my Virgo. When it comes to yin and yang, this card represents energetic life cycles, and its purpose is to help you identify that particular cycle energy moving into and out of your experience. In the upright position, it heralds a yin cycle where most of the actions seem to be happening under the surface of things. This is a time of great receptivity, intuition, and gestation. External circumstances may be forcing you to go within and examine present activities. It is especially a good time for a completion, so wrap things up. Yin cycles often call you to be passive, yielding, and reflective. So open up to these sides of your nature. Being more than acting is the intention here. Okay. It sounded a little complicated. That sounded really complicated. Give me more. Give me one more. Anxiety is coming out again. That's why it's complicated. I was wondering why. Remember what we were just discussing. All right. It's time for you to let go of fear and worry and assume assume the best and live in peace and all is well. So you need to be more relaxed, Virgo. Practice being more relaxed. What is the outcome message for Virgo? Outcome message for my Virgo. The Eight of Pentacles. All right, it says, Virgo, the Eight of Pentacles may be telling you to chase after education, go back to school, take a new skill or something in that vein. Just FYI, this is confirmation of you learning thyself, focusing on self, studying self, finding out your strength and your weaknesses. Okay. Whatever it is you're doing, Virgo, you're working hard to master it. Know that the dedication you have will pay off in the long run. So you will be successful with your maturity, leveling up your maturity. You will be successful at doing that. And your reward is abundance. Let's see, where did that abundance come? What did abundance say? Abundance says, I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in the physical reality. All right. So basically, this is saying the moment that you practice on you, what you practice comes to you. Okay. Virgo. Angel guide message for Virgo, please. Angel guide message for my Virgo. Self-acceptance. Take a step back because you have been doing the work. Just you showing up, that's a beginner. Just for you to acknowledge that it's time for you to make yourself a priority, Virgo, is a start. Okay. So when it comes to self-acceptance, your angel guide message says, you are making incredible efforts to heal and release habits and thoughts that once held you back. Take a moment to look at yourself. There's to take a step back. Take a moment to look at yourself through the loving eyes of Mother, Father, God, and appreciate how far you've come, all of the adversity you faced, and the person you are today. Angels are wrapping their wings around you, Virgo, and encouraging you to see what they see. And they see you as a perfect just the way you are. If your confidence has dropped recently, or you have not been as positive as you'd like to have been, change that now by giving yourself credit where it is due. Maybe you've discovered the negative talk and thoughts aren't working for you. This is a time to try loving yourself instead. To get started, try speaking to yourself more respectfully and giving yourself some leeway and some time to change. Virgo, those were the messages that came out for you for your card revelations. Don't forget love is kind. Don't forget love is gentle. Until we meet again.